So traders, what's the stock market right now, guys? Obviously, has been going down quite a fair bit over the last couple of days, and we're starting to get a lot of fear in the marketplace. And I want to share some things with you that I think is, or I know that's really going to help you when it comes to just understanding these markets more and to see what's probably likely to going to come next, and why I believe there could be a really sharp and hard reversal back to the upside, and then a continuation from there. The first thing I want to share with you in this video is the Fear and Greed Index. And this is something that I am always keeping an eye on for, because I've noticed through my time as a trader that whenever we start to get to this extreme fear, so when this is obviously, if you go to CNN, Fear and Greed Index, you can see this Fear and Greed Index here. And one of the best things, or one of the things that I do say is that, let's do this here. Yeah. So one of the things that I do say is, you can see here, it comes up with a lot of different things. Extreme fear. And one thing that I've noticed in the marketplace is the best trading days generally come after the worst trading periods. So if there's really extreme fear in the marketplace, we tend to get hard and fast snapbacks out of that, because whenever there's a lot of fear in the marketplace, right, we start to get that sort of teeter-totter back to, when most people start to be greedy, then obviously that's when we start to be, the top. That's where, like, you're seeing a lot of the Bitcoin, a lot of the cryptocurrencies right now, sort of really topping out. And that's where, like, if as a trader myself, I'm always keeping an eye on for, like, what's going on with this market here. If there's a lot of exuberance, right? If there's a lot of things going on in the marketplace, and I bring up the whole, this is a PowerPoint here, and let me bring up, say for example, this here. I'm always looking at this level here because I'm trying to see where are most people coming out, right? And we saw this happen here with Bitcoin. Obviously, we went through the believe, the through, and the euphoria, and oh my goodness, here we go, it's at 100,000, and you see that sort of euphoria. So when I'm looking at this level here, and I'm trying to gauge what's going on with the stock market overall right now, obviously I'm looking at the charts and technical analysis, right? Because that's the most important thing. The trend is your friend until the end. As long as we keep making higher lows, which right now, if I bring up the good old daily charts. Let's just bring up this chart here. And let me bring on this chart right here. As you can see, so if we look at this is the Dow Jones right now. And this is the last low was here. So until we actually break this low, the Dow Jones is still in an upward trend. We're just pulling back now. And what this little pullback, this little drop in the market, could just be a little short-term pullback. We're still at the support level here. We're still making potentially another higher low. So this could just be a short-term freak out to get people freaked out. And all I say is, don't freak out. Get ready for a strong reversal. Because I do honestly believe we're seeing what we're seeing through here. And we also see the same thing on the S&P 500. Look at this here. So the S&P 500, we came down to this exact trend line where we are right now, and we're holding here. But as you can see, and this is where it's so important to bring you, see how I'm bringing my charts sort of, it's black bars firstly, and I'm looking at now, 3, 4, actually what's that? 4, 5 years, or 5 years worth of data. Oh no, 4, 5 years worth of data. And I'm squeezing it up because I'm trying to get this, and that was that last low there, as you can see. So until the market breaks that low, then the market is still in an upward trend. And this little drop we're seeing right now that people are starting to freak out about a little bit is just another one of these. You see what I'm saying there, right? So for me, I'm always trying to do whatever I can to remove the emotions within this market. And the best thing that I do, and I'm always sharing this with my coaching clients, and if you're interested in joining me, and if you want to get personally coached by me, then that second link in the description, getjohnshub.com. You can fill out the application form, and I'll call you, and we'll have a good chat to see if you're a good fit for my coaching group that I have. So we can see this low here and this low here. So no matter what I think, no matter what I'm hoping for, no matter what I'm fearful of, there's a real high probability still to this day. Now, obviously things can change, but still to this day, there's a high probability based on what we're seeing on the Dow Jones, on the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. These indices here, they're still holding strong to the upside, right? And so this could once again this little movement on the downside that most people are getting freaked out about. And you can see here by me viewing my charts like this, all I'm seeing is like, oh, this could just be, as you can see, this could just be little one of these. That could just be that. So don't freak out about this level here. Once again, we're seeing the fear and greed index being all through here. We even see, I was waiting for this put option. As you can see, even the put options, people are starting to really buy a lot of put options now in the markets. And we haven't been this fearful. We have not been this fearful since, when is that? So that was back there. So probably back since September last year that we started to get this barometer here. What this means here is that, as you can see here, option contracts that give the right to buy and sell, indexes, puts are the option to sell, etc., etc. I'm just trying to go through this pretty quickly. When the ratio puts to calls is rising, this here, so the puts to calls, it is usually a sign investors are starting to grow more nervous. So you can see here, investors are starting to grow more nervous from here. So we're getting a lot of nervousness around these markets, more than a long time. And you can see that through there, right? And the volatility index is starting to move as well too. And we're even getting these junk bonds really starting to come down through here as well too, like really starting to go down. And obviously the safe havens and then the junk bonds and so on and so forth. So we can see what's happening through there. We're getting a real big fast. So this could be this, don't freak out. We could be getting ready for a hard and fast snap back to the upside. What we're seeing through here. And once again, if I'm looking at where we are right now in the marketplace, I'm still getting a lot of comments in my comment section that they're on I just see this being disbelief here. Like that they are still on disbelief. They still are calling a top right now. And that's what I'm seeing. So with everything that I'm seeing through here, guys, once again, nothing has changed yet. And as what will happen, and this is just the market will tell us, right? You know the whole analogy, the trend is your friend until the end, right? We'll look at it back here, right? Low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Look, right there was what? That there was the first breaking of a significant low. And then you can be worried, right? But until this low is broken, the trend is still up, and this is just part of a bit of a pullback. And then we could be getting ready for a movement on the upside. So, yes, stock market, big drop today, and this is creating a lot of fear. But don't freak out. I honestly believe that if you can stay calm through these times, and once again, that's what my whole coaching program is, because you're basically with me every day or at least every week. Through the entire year, and I'm here to guide you through this process to make you sure that you don't get emotional about these swings, ups and downs, because if you do, then you start to probably do the wrong things about these markets and making wrong decisions. And when you're emotional about these movements, ups and downs, it can create FOMO, it can create fear, greed, and it can create for you to probably go down the path of making a wrong decision in the markets, and we don't want that, okay? We don't want that in the markets. I'm actually in a stock right now, and it's actually bullish. I'm actually in a small profit already. I got into that recently. And it's one of those trades that I could be in it for maybe a few weeks to a month and be a really nice profit again. But I'm actually in a stock right now, and I'm in a bullish trade right now. And right now, and the reason why I'm saying that is because that's what that trade is. But if I go back to the indices are telling me black and white that we are still in an upward trend. And once again, until this low here is broken, then we are still in an upward trend. And it doesn't matter the stories, the thoughts, the thinking, the fundamentals, what you're hoping for. your worries, your fears, your doubts, the reports. It doesn't matter. All that stuff doesn't matter. The fact is that the trend is your friend until the end. And right now, as we speak, again, it can change, but right now, as we speak, we have to say that the trend is still up, and this is part of a pullback at this time. If it changes, then we change with it. But right now, go with the market. Don't freak out, because I believe there could be some really big moves to come. And just like all these other times that's happened when we started to get this ultimate fear, just like back down to here, the last time this happened, the stock market went through an incredible boom.